Notarize, formalize, stamp your life, make it right.
Good morning, crew of the No-Fo Antioch. Stardate 103-4698. Another fine day we have ahead of us. May your bins be full of scraps and your bellies full of beast. And now for the morning announcements.
Digit scan commence. Identity confirmed. Retina scan commence. Identity confirmed.
Haha, these announcements are coming in fast and furious, and I will get to them as quickly as I can. As you may or may not know, as a result of the No-Fo aptitude testing, all replacements, my assistant Melia0745 included, have been reassigned off-ship. HR is aware that we are currently short-staffed and would like to thank you all for your continued cooperation and patience during this difficult transition from freelance to full-time employment with No-Fo Galactic. We understand that the last few years have been rough going, but with the promise of financial and resource stability on the horizon, we ask that the department heads please remind your staff that ravaging behavior will no longer be allowed. HR has implemented a new zero-tolerance policy for the following: resource hoarding, boundary marking and territorial disputes, personal body armor made from scavenged parts, violent renaming ceremonies, and any unsanctioned gladiatorial-style conflict resolution. Any and all new religious cults implemented in the last 3 years must suspend activity pending approval by HR. The Church of the Divine Warp Core, the Unilateral Grease Brotherhood, and the Sisters of Perpetual Caffenex. If you would like to continue to meet, please have your leaders fill out social club applications in triplicate and have them notarized by a No-Fo notary specialist before we leave base. Oh, here's a direct message from medical.
This is Chief Medical Officer Dr. Pazuzu, Overlord of Darkness and Eater of Worlds. Any crew members with major injuries, illnesses, rickets, or replacement bites, please make an appointment with medical at your earliest convenience, and my staff will put in a requisition order for needed replacement parts and special medicines. Also, please remember that Creel Whine season is just around the corner. Medical has restocked the basics, so please make sure you take a moment to get your yearly inoculations. A quick shot to the eyeball is preferable to explosive headaches. To some. Symptoms to look out for include skull pressure, runny nose, itchy blood vessels, irritable tongue, and the classic high-pitched whistle that crescendos into full cranial explosion. Remember, if you hear the whine, you take the time. Also, make sure you complete your Perms Permanent Health Insurance applications and choose your appropriate beneficiaries before we undock.
Thank you, Doctor. As we gear up for our first formal No-Fo assignment as No-Fo Raw Materials Acquisition Specialists, please pump and prime all equipment and tools. Anyone cross-trained in radiation level testing and equipment maintenance must pitch in for these assignments. Also, before we leave base, all employees must complete the following onboarding and training compliance modules: customer service and the art of the upsell, advertising buzzwords for your future, No-Fo marketplace shopping tutorials, and company-mandated lines of credit applications must be completed by close of business today. The holiday season is right around the corner. If anyone would like to be on the decorating committee, please sign up outside of HR. The company-acceptable Celebratory Grey streamers and ornaments will be pulled from storage. Good news! Our new boss, Perms Minglesnuffs, would like to wish the crew of the Antioch a hearty welcome and happy holidays. The No-Fo Holiday Catalogue has been beamed directly into all Neural-eyelid matrices and workstation screens. Employees are encouraged to utilize it, and delivery is free on any purchases from any No-Fo fulfillment center. Happy holidays, everyone! To aid us in our difficult transition, No-Fo Galactic will dispatch a new security team to the Antioch. Our new security chief will board before we take off on our first assignment and will help restore peace and normalcy to the Antioch. We realize that there have never been weapons of the non-improvised variety aboard the Antioch in its 150 years of service, but HR would like to assure us that these top-tier security personnel come highly trained and highly regarded, and there is no need for any concern. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Bring Unilateral into your home with all new Unilateral Savory Spread. Add a lubricated oomph to your dry rations. Harvested fresh from free-range Marlin slugs, Unilateral Savory Spread has lower cholesterol than the leading spread and is perfect on hardtack breads, dehydrated blow-piece bars, compressed oog dust nuggets, and in a pinch, it can lubricate hinges. Unilateral Savory Spread. It's wet.
Stability. Health insurance. Actual money. Bannerflex Corporation has been a proud provider of gainful employment for 300 years. Bannerflex is poised on the cutting edge of natural resource acquisition and safe, clean energy production for the cleanest energy weapons and the most efficient ship engines. We now use 100% of mined planetary bodies, leaving no desolate wastelands in our wake. For you, your children, your children's children, and your children's children's children. Clean, ethical, Bannerflex. 72-hour shifts got you down? Try Caffeinex, now available in your commissary from No-Fo, now in Marlin Green. Caffeinex will keep you going and smiling and 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 going and smiling.
Please be aware that census-taking representatives from medical will come around to each department for an official count. All crew members are required to submit to the anal-swab tabulations, as these numbers will aid medical as they reinstate our need-based breeding program to handle our dire staffing requirements. After we return with our first payload, the Census Bureau will make a second pass to account for those who don't survive this assignment. Yes, HR understands that taking the census twice is uncomfortable and less than efficient, especially since it takes time away from equipment maintenance, but unfortunately a preliminary formal count is due at the No-Fo home office before we undock. HR thanks you for your cooperation and your patience. Spread those cheeks. Here is a mandatory memo from the No-Fo home office. Again with the catalog. No-Fo Galactic's Holiday Catalogue has perfect gifts for the whole family, and employees get special discounts. Your retinal scan at checkout is all you need to enjoy millions of the galaxy's most impressive and useful products. And as new hires, you qualify for a free year of No-Fo Prime, the largest catalog of ancient Earthican films and music, millions of curated virtual reality programs, and as always, free No-Fo shipping for any products ordered from a No-Fo fulfillment center. And now for our medically mandated guided meditation. Today's medically mandated guided meditation is brought to you by the No-Fo Holiday Catalogue. Let's get to shopping. You won't be stopping. Fat stacks are dropping. No-Fo Galactic. Yo, yo, yo. We got you. You are in a smooth, empty corridor. Breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Now, as your breathing slows, close your mouth and breathe in through your nose and exhale through your nose or your gills, if that is applicable. You walk down the smooth corridor. It is metallic and clean. You come to a stop at the end of the hall, and you have 3 doors in front of you. The door on the left is dark. It is cold. It is scary. The door to the right is on fire. The door in the middle, the one directly in front of you, it is beautiful and shiny. It is sparkling and it is perfect. It is the ideal of what a door should look like. It's hard to believe that a door like this could be made. It must have been grown in the mythical door fields of Entrancia 7. You reach for the knob, but you hesitate. Doors are rarely this perfect. And you know the door fields of Entrancia 7 are a children's story, a myth. You look again at the cold, hard door to your left. It seems solid, if unremarkable and dreary. You look at the door on your right, the one on fire. Obviously, that is not a door you can enter. You open the suspect, perfect specimen of a door, and you walk through, hoping that you chose correctly. As you step through the archway, your foot hits the ground. A shiny, beautiful, metallic ferrofluid creeps up your boot, sucking it down to the ankle. You take another step, and your other boot sinks down to the knee. It is only now you notice the beautiful landscape has a rotten odor on the wind. The smell makes you gag and you breathe in and out through your mouth. Breathe in and out through your mouth. You move again. You are sinking up to your thighs. The stinking muck is alive, malevolent. It squeezes you tightly around the legs, pulling you deeper. You are up to your chest in the muck. And its invisible tentacles encircle you in a deadly embrace. As you slowly sink, you realize that this was not your true door. You should have looked more carefully before you stepped through. But you were so blinded by your other, less than optimal choices and the sparkling facade, you didn't scrutinize as much as you should have. It is a lesson you will keep if you make it out of here alive. You see someone up ahead. It is a loved one. You know the one who makes bad choices. They are telling you that it is okay. You have made a less than ideal choice. It happens. You only have to go back the way you came. You take a step back, and the muck loosens around your chest, releasing you. You take another step back and are released even further. You take another step back and another. You retreat back through the shiny door that you entered and you close it. This door that looked so perfect on the outside, but you knew deep in the bowels of your gut that this door was a beautifully laid trap, not conducive to your goals and life plans. And that is okay. Look to your left. The dark, cracked, cold door is scary, but also comforting. It is familiar, and it is real. A door in a way that looks like home. You walk towards the cold door, and you open it. The deep darkness inside envelops you completely, and you float in the darkness. But you are not afraid. You don't know what is ahead, but at least you can breathe. 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 Something about that felt relevant. This concludes the morning announcements. If you have any announcements, please send them to me, and I will get to them. Oh, God. As always, I'm No-Fo Galactic's Media Liaison, Melia 0743. Covering yourself in blood and running naked through the corridors does not please the Warp Core Goddess. Thank you so much for joining us for Good Morning Antioch's 3rd season. We're so grateful for the opportunity to share our weird, wonderful world with you. If you have any questions or comments for the crew of the Antioch, you can send them directly to Melia 0743 at contact@goodmorningantioch.com. You can find all episodes of Good Morning Antioch as well as other shows on the TCAD Network at tcadnetwork.com. That's TCAD Network.com, and all of our swag. And check out our Patreon page where we post exclusive behind-the-scenes content like Table-Reads and Puppet Outtakes. Thank you so much for all of the space love.